this question last week after running my first AIUGC ad campaign and it not resulting in any sales. I was looking at it. I was like, man, is this even the right thing I should be doing? Should I be focusing on another channel? Should I be really doubling down on organic? And at the end of that campaign, I was looking at the data for it, and I'm looking at some numbers here. I spent $128. It was a small campaign. It was like literally just a test. My CTR, click through rate for the page, was 7%, and I got 18,000 impressions in about 6 days. And when I saw that data, I realized that, oh, the 18,000 impressions completely outstrips what I do on YouTube. This is for me personally, right? Completely outstrips what I do on YouTube in a typical month. And in a typical month, if I put out a few YouTube videos, I'll get a few thousand impressions. I can see the data here. But in 6 days, I was able to completely eclipse it. And I was able to get valuable data on my offer, whether it worked or not. And I think that's where a lot of people kind of falter when they think about organic versus paid. It really isn't a strategy of, okay, I'm doing paid ads, I want sales by the end of the week. Yeah, you can think that way, but that is a very short-term way of thinking about it. When what I realized was I paid a couple bucks for basically data on whether or not my offer worked. And when I reframed it that way, it made a lot of sense because the amount of time it would take me to produce the amount of YouTube videos needed to get the same impressions, it just would be weeks of work. Well, based on my old style of videos, it'd be weeks and weeks of work. And so this way I completely shortcut that process and I got the data I needed to make some tweaks and some changes.